All right, sorry I'm late, but it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is time for another end of day report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports that we put in your hand each and every trading day. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, that's how we get down. It's time for your favorite part of the day, the chart segment. You know how you like to go in on that. So I got you covered. You know, we cover crypto charts, forex charts, futures charts, equity charts. We get it in. We don't play around up in here. We give it to you live and direct because we know how you want it. So that's what we do. And we do this each and every trading day. We don't play around. You guys know how we do. All right, we go in, we examine these charts, we see what's really good, and then we give you the numbers, man, because at the end of the day, the numbers are what you need to make that money, right? So that's what we do. We give it to you. And we know that there are different types of traders out there. Some of you look at this, some of you look at that. And so we take all that into account and we try to give everybody what they need. All right. That's what we do, man. We got you. You don't have to go nowhere. We got you. Um, I'm going through my stuff here. I'm well behind the 8 ball on some things that I wanted to get on and cracking. And things just take time. I don't know what else to say. Things take time. You can't rush perfection. And you guys know how we give it up to you. We bring you the live and direct. I don't believe in playing around. If I'm going to bring you something, I try to bring it to you live. I try to give you the best that I got. So with that, under that as our backdrop, that's what I try to do every day, man. I try to give y'all what you need. So I've been looking at things and trying to figure out uh, how I want to move. So what I'm preparing to do now, I appreciate those that brought things to my attention. Continue to do that too. Continue to hit me up. In the traders chat room, hit me up. Drop me links. Trust, even if I don't respond, trust and believe. I am definitely looking into stuff. All right, that's how you guys help me out. Keep me abreast of things. I really appreciate it because I'm just one man. I don't have the wherewithal to sit down and go through everything. It's not enough hours in a day. But what I can do is what I do. What up to everybody in the live chat? Hey man, what up from down under, man? What's up to my Aussie people, man? We got a nice representation of our Aussies in the trading chat room. That's what's up. What up, Kyle and Sling and John, SW Barb One? What's up? Um, hit that like for me. Okay, I have a couple of requests for today too, so we'll be going over those as well. First and foremost, though, I got a big announcement. Got a big announcement. Okay, you know things are always brought to my attention, and I'm always looking at ways to not only improve and expand what we do, but all that good stuff. And you know, I'm always in the lab. I am literally in the lab on a regular. What I am doing now, what I am preparing to bring forward to add to our crypto report is theta and the DGB. All right. So I'm working to add those. Lord willing, I will have DGB and theta added in the near future here. All right. So just give me a couple of days to work a few kinks out, and I should have those two cryptos loaded to the crypto report. All right. And I'll have it on the USD and on the BTC report. So they'll be both. in BTC and USD. All right. So just want to let you know that I have heeded the call. I got the messages and everything and all the data and reports you've been sending me. So it has not been falling on deaf ears. I got you. All right. So look out for that. I'll let you know when I'm done and when it's going to be added to the reports. Okay. So 2 more cryptos coming, DGB and Theta. All right. Without further ado, what we're going to do is a little different tonight. We're not doing anything in any order. I just pulled all the stuff up and we're going to go through it. All right. No particular order, but we're handling everything. We're doing all the cryptos and we're doing everything. We're going to do everything. All right. So we shouldn't have no problems. Anyone saying, hey, you didn't talk about this or that? No, we're talking about everything. And let me just double check. Okay, I'm glad I looked. Hold on. I am missing something. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. Hold on. I got you. Here we go. All right. I'm gonna add a few more things here, so just bear with me. Gotta make sure my crypto is all up in here. Because if I don't do it, you're gonna let me know about it. I know I'm gonna hear about it, so I got you. I got you. Okay, here we go. All right. Now I think I'm ready. All right. We got a lot of charts to get into, so you know we're going to have to do that rapid fire thing like we do. If you missed something, and I've already gone over it because you got here late or what have you, all you got to do is rewind the video and you can pick up where you left off at. All right. So first thing up on the board, like I say, no particular order. We're just doing them all together because we got a lot of charts to get over. All right. First thing we got on the board here is XRP Ripple. All right, we got a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading on the Ripple. Looks like the market wants to try to test the upper bands of the Kumo cloud and also try to get back up here to the trend line resistance. All right, so we got a rally alert in the XRP Ripple, so be on the lookout for that. All right, moving forward, we got Litecoin. We got a rally alert for Litecoin as well for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Looks like the market's going to try to test and break beyond the trend line resistance overhead. So keep a lookout for a rally alert in the Litecoin and the possibility of the beginning stages of a bullish weekly trend momentum reading. All right, so keep a lookout for that. All right, the next one is Ethereum. We got a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading for Ethereum as well. Beginning stages of a possible bullish weekly trend momentum reading. And it looks like this one could be off to the races. So definitely be on the lookout for that tonight. Rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading on Ethereum. All right, EOS also has a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Beginning stages of a possible weekly bullish trend momentum reading as well. The overhead resistance area of the trend line resistance is in play. Possible push toward the top of the Kumo cloud is in play on this one. So be mindful of this as well. Taking a look now at Dash. Dash also has a rally alert into for tonight into tomorrow's trading as well. Overhead resistance trend line and top of Kumo cloud are also initial targets for this one. Moving right along, Bitcoin Futures Composite Index. All right, we have no alerts. No new alerts. We're just looking at continuation sideways until the market decides to break out or break down. We're just trading in the range right here. We're respecting the range. Still in a bull market. The complexion of the bull market has not changed. Only thing that's changed is momentum has come completely off. You're almost virtually flatlined right now in that regard. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if the market can do something. It's looking like it is trying to definitely do something here. I'm looking at it and I'm seeing that right now in the overnight market, the market is up $145 at 97.30. All right, so we could be having some fireworks, and the beginning stages right here of a bullish weekly trend momentum reading. So it looks like the long side of the market is in play there. All right, the Bitcoin Cash, ABC, has a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. The market is right here at the trend line of resistance, looking to push higher. And we got the bullish weekly trend momentum reading coming into play. And I would say the bottom of the Kumo cloud is the initial target on this one. So it has a long way it can run, at least 30 plus bucks to the top side. All right, moving right along, we got TLT looking at the long bonds. All right, so the long bonds here is trying to do a little something. All right, you got the bottom of the Kumo cloud in play here, which is about $3 away. All right, so this one is still trying to decide what it wants to do. Technically speaking, it's still operating under the auspices of a crash alert. So we could be nearing another resistance point where the market could take another leg down. This one is really choppy and messy right now. No clear signal what this one really wants to do. Taking a look at the GDXJ. All right, we're sticking on the equity side of the world now. GDXJ has a continuation rally alert for tomorrow as we have a bullish weekly trend momentum reading in play. Looks like this one wants to at least try to make it to about 52. So GDXJ is in play on the long side of the market. Moving right ahead now, we got GDX, okay? GDX has a secondary rally alert for tomorrow's trading as well, as this one is looking to test somewhere between 37 and 38. And yes, we have a bullish weekly trend momentum reading here as well. Moving right along, we got GBTC, the Bitcoin ETF. We got a rally alert for that one for tomorrow's trading. I would say $12 is the initial target. If the market can get beyond that, perhaps get a good solid close at $12.50 or higher by the end of the week, that could bode well for a real bullish run in the GBTC. So get ready for that. All right, we got Ethereum ETF. Ethereum ETF is going the opposite direction from the Ethereum. We got two ginormous down bars here. All right, the market is truly giving it up. I did warn in the last analysis I did of this. I told you about this crash alert here, and I told you ignore these things at your own peril. Market is pulling back to fill these gaps down here. Now, after doing this, the market is now well within its rights, even though we closed below trend line support, the market's well in its rights to gap up tomorrow and start rallying again. I know we got a bearish weekly trend momentum, but because of the velocity and because of the length of the production that we got on the crash alert, I think it's probably overdone and the market could rubber band spring right back again. But then again, we could keep falling as well. I don't know why the ETF is moving in a different perspective from the cash market, but it is what it is. So trade accordingly. This market is operating under the auspices of a crash alert. And even though you're in a bull market, your momentum is really pointing straight down on this one and threatening, I say, it's threatening to probably get to the top of the Kumo cloud, maybe even spike to the bottom of the cloud and then pop back up. But you're looking at right now going to fall below 100. All right, that is the initial target for this based on the velocity of the move. So we'll see. This one is looking really interesting, but Ethereum is moving the opposite direction. All right, so trade accordingly, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now we're switching over to the Dow. I'm sorry, not the Dow. Wheat futures. Wheat futures has a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Looks like the market's trying to put in a short-term bottom within this bear market. If it can do that, the initial target for this is back above 5, and we could probably get to around 515 on this move. So you're looking at a nice at least 15 to 20 point rally that is possible in this, even though you're under the auspices of a bearish weekly trend momentum. Just something to think about as we move forward. All right, looking now at soybean futures. Soybean futures is having the opposite effect. It has a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading, even though you're under the auspices of a bullish weekly trend momentum reading. Still gotta trade what you see, ladies and gentlemen. All right, keeping it moving. All right, here is corn futures. Corn futures right now stuck in the Kumo cloud, just oscillating up and down, really not even testing the range of this cloud. This is a very wide cloud, and there's a lot of room in here for this market to consolidate within, and it's really not even testing it yet. It's just flatline momentum, like nobody is home, nobody's interested in this market at this time. So we have no momentum readings. We literally have no momentum readings. The market is literally flatlined. So this is going to be interesting once it finally decides, is it breaking out and running, or is it breaking down and falling? Right now, you're sitting on your hands until the market decides to do something. All right, let's see here, the US dollar index. All right, so the US dollar index is now officially, as of today, crossed over from a bull market complexion to a bear market correction. You heard correctly. The bear market is now showing its head. It's coming out of the cave, coming out of hibernation. You were bullish for a minute. Now all of a sudden, the bear has emerged. Now, the last time he came out of his cave, to be quite fair, he did absolutely nothing but look around, and then he went back in his cave and went to sleep. He didn't rampage. All right, he wasn't hungry, obviously. He's trying to peek his head out again. Is this time going to be different? All right, is the dollar about to just absolutely give it up? All right, is the Trump White House strong dollar policy about to come crumbling? Are we going to see a dollar situation? People have been talking about the dollar situation for years. Well, on this daily chart, we got, as of today, a bearish readout on the US dollar. We need to see how many sell orders are going to manifest themselves over the next 24 hours or so. This could be a critical turning point in the forex markets. We will see what manifests itself, but this could be telling. If the dollar continues to weaken, is it going to help commodities out? Will commodities strengthen? Will gold and silver get a bid just off of that alone? Will corn, silver, and wheat get a bid just on that alone? Or are they still going to be plagued with other factors such as low demand, diminishing demand? If you got a weak dollar and you have diminished demand, that's a double whammy. That's really a haymaker and a right cross. So we'll see. These are interesting times for sure. Taking a look now on the forex side of the aisle, we're looking now at the South African rand. All right, it's operating under the auspices of a crash alert. Market decided it was going to test trend line resistance today, but we're still operating under the auspices of a crash alert within this consolidated access. Now, we got a bullish weekly trend momentum reading, so could any downside be limited, or are we going to see something else? Right now, we got to go with what we see, and that's a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading in the South African rand. Moving right along, now we got the Kiwis. Taking a look at the New Zealand dollar. We are operating under the auspices of a crash alert here. We have not received a new signal, and the market is kind of hanging out and consolidating here. So we're moving sideways to slightly lower. Trendline support is the initial target on the crash alert. Are we going to pretty much top out here and roll over, or is something else going on? Is there some secret buying coming up? Is the market about to go bid? Let's see. This is an interesting one, but for right now, rallies look to be getting sold. So we'll see. All right, moving right along, we got the Mexican peso. Mexican peso is operating under the auspices of a crash alert. The initial target is the bottom of the Kumo cloud, but we could get more action depending on if the bears can wrestle control of the market temporarily from the bulls. If not, looks like we could be finding a support to bounce from, and then the top of the Kumo cloud will be in order, but that's a long way off. We still got to shake off the crash alert first. So right now we're looking for production, or should I say more production, in the crash alert on the Mexican peso. It has been giving production on the downside so far. Taking a look now at the Japanese yen. Japanese yen right now is also operating under the auspices of a crash alert. We are getting good production on the downside. Momentum's pointing down. The market is starting to trend again. And we got bearish weekly trend momentum. So this one is heading down. Moving right along, we got the pound sterling. All right, taking a look at the British pound, we got a rally alert here. All right, the last rally alert we got mad production out of that one. All right, the last one there, we got mad production. So this one looks like it is set for a nice technical bounce to the upside on the British pound. So this one is looking to be good. So this is a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. And our initial target is around the 126-ish level. So this could be good for at least a 200 pip run. Taking a look here at the euro yen. Euro yen has a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading as well. This one is looking like it could have some legs to it if the futures holds up overnight. So for tonight into tomorrow's trading, rally alert for the euro yen. Now we are plagued here, or should I say haunted by a bearish weekly trend momentum, but that can quickly turn around if this trend line support holds. If the trend line support holds, then perhaps that will give the market the bounce it needs to get back up here. But make no mistake, we're still in a bear market. The euro yen has not turned. The U.S. stock indexes have had their day in the sun and they have turned. But in a situation is this. The euro yen tends to lead the market. It has technically been leading the market. But right now, it hasn't gone bullish. So you can make the argument, has something decoupled a bit. Has the U.S. equity market decoupled from the euro yen, and is the U.S. equity market now leading the euro yen? So this is a very interesting one to see how this plays out. Are we topping out when we get this little bounce? And are we looking for a real sharp correction lower? And then that should mimic what we see in the equity market. These are just very extraordinary times, to say the least. I'm very interested in seeing how this one turns out as well. All right, here's the euro dollar. As you can see here, it's operating in a bull market, beginning stages of a bull market, a little baby bull, and it looks like it's really trying to do absolutely nothing. So you're still operating under the auspices of a crash alert. You got bearish weekly trend momentum. Is something going to get going or not? That's the real question. Is the technical bounce coming, or our rally is going to continue to get sold like it did back here? And is this setting us up for a leg down? This is also going to be interesting. So we'll watch the downside on this one. All right, taking a look now at the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar, like I said, it's not getting any help whatsoever. All right, it is not. It is not. It is not. It is not. It's still very weak, even though it's still keeping its bull market complexion. All right, but the momentum has been very bearish. Since we have gone bearish from a momentum standpoint, is this bearish momentum going to turn the tide and give us an algo shift? Are we going to start seeing a bear market in the Canadian dollar? And if so, what is this really telling us? Is the Canadian dollar lagging the crude oil market, or is the crude oil market um, about to follow in line with the Canadian dollar? This is also an interesting one to watch right now. You're still operating under the auspices of a secondary rally alert. Trendline resistance is definitely the target. So let's see how this shapes up. Beginning stages of a bearish weekly trend momentum too is not usually a good sign, and could show that you're topping out and about to get a crash alert signal. So this is interesting to see how some of these are going to shape up. All right, here is the Aussie, looking at the Australian dollar, operating under the auspices of a crash alert. Beginning stages of a bull market is very interesting here. Have we bottomed out? Is the market set ready to explode higher? This is one that's going to be interesting to see also, because right now you don't have a new signal. You're operating under the auspices of a crash alert. Let's see what happens. All right, looking at the Dow futures, still in a bear market, has not caught up to that NASDAQ, and we're operating under the auspices of a crash alert, ladies and gentlemen. You probably were not aware of that if you're just now tuned into this channel, but we had a crash alert back here several days ago, and the market's been moving steadily down ever since. What say you, market? Are you going to head even lower? Are you play pimping? Is this trend line support going to really hold, or are you going to roll over? We do have the beginning stages of a bullish weekly trend momentum readout. Maybe that could be the key. Maybe we're going to find support here after all and stage a comeback rally. Taking a look at silver futures. All right, so silver's been bouncing all around, trying to build this nice long plateau, this nice long support. These can be dangerous times, ladies and gentlemen. These support things right here, sometimes they're not supports. Sometimes they're building a wall of resistance, and then the market just gives it up, and then this becomes a strong resistance zone. So I know we're in the baby stages of a bull market, but we're not really, trending at this point. All right, the momentum's flat, not giving us what we really want to see. Now, we are still operating under the auspices of a rally alert, both primary and secondary, and we got the beginning stages of a bullish weekly trend momentum. So the money's on the long side of the market. The question is, are we going to be able to get up and go, or what? Is gold and silver going to start acting like currencies, or are they going to start acting like commodities? If the answer is commodities, then we should get that rally, and it should be very productive. If the answer is currencies, it should still rally and be productive, because the dollar has come off, which is a bullish boon for commodities. And also, since the dollar has come off, it's a bullish boon for competing currencies. All right, like the euro, dollar, and things like that, and gold and silver. So right now, gold and silver is being given everything it needs for an excuse to rally. Let's see if we can get some legs here. All right, looking at the Russell that I made my hustle. All right, we got a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading on the Russell as well. Okay, looking for production here. We're trading right at a resistance level around the 1450 handle. If the market can get a strong close above 1450, perhaps the market can make it all the way back up to 1550. If the Russell closes above 1450 this week, it opens the door to a 1550 rally. That's a 100-point rally. All right, I'm calling for a 100-point rally in the Russell if it can get a solid close above 1450 by the end of the week. All right, so this is definitely one to watch. All right, moving right along, we got crude oil futures still in a bear market and still trying to come up out from it. Operating under the auspices of rally alerts, primary, secondary, bullish weekly trend momentum. Sky's the limit now. Can it hit 45? I think 45 is the initial target on this particular run. Is it going to start gathering momentum, or is it going to fizzle out and get sold? I don't think the market can make it if it doesn't hit 45 by the end of the week, or at least get real close to it. If it can't, then it really, begins to show that perhaps this is well done. It's topping out, fizzling out. This is as much as it could muster. Let's see. All right, looking at the NASDAQ 100 futures contract, here's what we got. We got a wide trading range that we're in now. Market seems to have respected it. Now it's trying to get away from it, get out from away from it. So I think the NASDAQ ready to run some more. I think 10,300 is the next target for this run. All right. And we are in the auspices of rally alerts with bullish weekly trend momentum. So this one is definitely looking quite strong here. All right, looking at gold futures. What can you give me, gold futures? Gold futures is looking a lot better chart-wise than the silver. But we got all these resistance points here that we can't ignore. Seems like every rally is getting sold. Are we setting up for another one? It seems like this level, this 1780-ish level, is right where the market keeps giving up the ghost. We rally and crash, man. These crash alerts have been mad productive. But then you can make an argument, so has the rally alerts. So we're really caught up in a very elongated consolidation happening topside the Kumo cloud, now kind of getting into the Kumo cloud. But again, like I said a few charts ago, is this a base for an explosive run to take out the all-time highs? Or is this a ceiling being built and then we collapse down? This is very interesting. I think you have all the reason in the world that this can rally to 2000. The question is it gonna? Right now, we're in a bull market. We're on the long side of things. The longs are in play right now. We'll just have to take whatever the market can give us and be happy for what we got, right? But I think if we get some good, solid momentum, I think 1810 is the next target for this particular move. So long side of the aisle for the gold. All right, E-mini S&P 500 is turning bullish ahead of the Dow. What is going on here? That's usually not supposed to happen. The Dow usually wins a lot more than the S&P. The Dow normally leads the S&P. So this one, interesting. Crash alert is what we're operating under the auspices of. The indexes are all mixed up, man. Don't know what they want to do. They're really struggling here. Let's see what can happen. All right, I got a request for this one, Dig and Doug. All right, so here's your Doug. It's in a bear market. Nothing's happening. Momentum is absolutely, gone. Everything's under the Kumo cloud. So that's telling you that you're in a bull market in your Dig. So let's pull up the Dig. Now, before I do that, the way this thing has been like moving around, ping-ponging around, you're operating now with a crash alert for tomorrow. The last crash alert was just a little bit productive, not a whole lot. Yeah, not really a whole lot because there's like no momentum here. It's not, regardless of the signals you're getting, they're just not. The market's not moving. It's just filling. It's just making these little ranges, and there's just nothing there. These inverse ETFs, that's one of the problems with them, especially the 3x ETFs. They're prone to go to zero. The inverse ETFs are just plagued and designed, it seems like, to go to zero. All right, here's your Dig. All right. Dig is operating under a rally alert for tomorrow. All right, so this one looks like it's going to try to at least mount some type of a rally. All other attempts has failed. It's almost like there's, Dig and Doug are still broken from what happened way back here, and they just haven't really gotten up. They're just not doing much. If you plan the weeklies, that might give you a little bit more, to deal with a little bit here. I think the picture looks a lot more clear when you take a look at it at the weekly. So look, this is your Dig on the weekly. Let me bring that Doug back real quick because it's looking really crazy. They broke these ETFs when they did what they did with the oil market. No doubt about it. They broke the market and they know it. All right, so here's your weekly now on the Doug. This is your inverse ETF. Even the weekly looks a lot better, but it's still jacked up. All right, so the Doug had a rally. Now you're having a crash alert. So it looks like it just wants to head lower, which means that oil should be ready to head higher. If I were you, I would just use the weeklies to make your decisions on both Dig and Doug. So if you are a subscriber to the Pulse Waves, use the weekly to make your determinations and follow that analysis report to a T. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We have done it. We have survived through a plethora of charts. All right, so if you haven't already done so, smash that like button. You know what it is. You know what we do. My main man here, I never said I was or wasn't. I normally don't like to talk about me because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about you. I am only as successful as you are in these markets. All right. When you subscribe to the Pulse Waves, I am only as successful as you are. All right. I designed it for you all to have the opportunity to make money and to build a strong income stream for yourself, regardless of whether you have a job or not. All right. So if you guys aren't making money with the system, then it doesn't matter what I say. My system is garbage, right? So at the end of the day, my job is to get you guys up and running and making money with the methodology. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about me being a millionaire. It's about you. I designed all of this for you. All right. So I need you guys to use the tools and the methods so I can hear your praise reports. Me sitting up here bragging does nothing for you. My job is to get you guys on and popping. That way you can tell me how you're doing. You can tell your family and friends about it. And then you can bring hope to somebody else. Because that's what this is about, man. Seriously. It's not about me. It's about you. All right. So if you are not a subscriber, you need to come on over to pulsewavetrading.com and get on board so you can start breaking bread with us. And then you tell me, man. You tell me what time it is. Don't just listen to me talk. You know, get the reports, read the reports, follow the reports, and let the results speak for themselves. And then you can tell me what you think. And are you a millionaire on your way to becoming a millionaire? If we can create at least 100 millionaires with the pulse waves, that will do a lot of damage to the globalists' agenda. And at the end of the day, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to pull as many people out of poverty as possible. I want to pull as many people out of the trappings of what the globalists are trying to do. All right. This new world order wants everyone poor, broke, and subservient to the government. I am trying to stop that by educating one person at a time with the pulse wave price trigger reports. So I'm doing my part to help people to overcome that at the end of the day. All right, my man John, you say, can we look at SQ and Netflix? Sure enough, my man, I got you covered. No worries. Let's take a look at that right quick while we are still here. Why not? All right, so let's see. Facebook. Let's get this one pulled up. All right, then the next one you want to look at is SQ. What's that? That's the S&P joint, isn't it? Nope, it's Square. Okay, all right. All right, that'll work. And then the last one you got up here is Netflix. All right. Let's take a look at these right quick. Let me share my screen with y'all. All right. Let's see what we got here. Go, Daddy. Yeah, I see you. All right. All right, bear with me a second. Give me just a second, folks. All right. So I think I'm ready. Okay, here we go. All right, so the first one we got up here is GoDaddy. All right. And you see we're operating under the auspices of a rally alert right now. This one looks like it wants to take off. Our initial target on this break is 85. That's $3 ahead. I think the market should have what it needs to get there based on what I'm seeing here in this chart. Let me see what else. Looks like this gap here, I don't think it's been filled. Wait a minute. Let me see. Yep. Okay. So you got this gap that you still got to contend with back here, though. This is a real problem. So at some point, regardless if we hit 85 or not, the market does need to back and fill this gap. I don't know what happened here on this gap, but it does exist, and we cannot ignore it. All right. So I think the market is strong enough to deal with this gap and then pull back, but that's how you'll know the strength of this and also the reality of it. If we back and fill sooner rather than later, then the market shows that it's real, and especially if it bounces and then takes off again, then you got a strong bull market. If, however, it just keeps going and ignores this, then that means your bull market is weak. All right. You have a crack in your foundation. You can't build a house like that that's going to stand for a long time. So that means that whatever pop you get is going to be short-lived, and the market's going to crash down because it needs to fill this gap. So when you have gaps like this, you like to see them filled sooner rather than later. Sooner means you got a healthy market if it can fill this and then take off. But if not, then no, you got a fake market. Okay. So this is what this is really about. You gotta you really want to see a correction sooner rather than later. All right, let's see what else. Give me one more moment. All right, let's see here. All right, let me just double check. I think I have this in the reports. Let me just make sure I do. I'm not sure. Give me just a second more. If I don't, I know I got to add it for you. That way you'll get the regular updates if you subscribe to the PulseWave reports. All right, I do have it. It's in there. Great. I thought I had it in there. Okay, so this is in there already. All right. Netflix bull market. Yeah, this one looks real good. This one looks really strong. There's no reason this one can't continue to rally. Doesn't have any baggage from the last liftoff, so this one's good. This looks real strong. Initial target for this move is about 480. All right, so this is looking nice. 480. So this is definitely bullish, operating under a rally alert, and we have not received a new signal, so this one's bullish. If you're already long, make sure you pop your way through it and manage those stops. All right, this is Square. So let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All right. This one looks solid too. Got a little issue right here, but you can easily back and fill on the next bar or two or whatever. But this looks good too. Looks like the initial target is 110 on this one. All right. 110 is your initial target on this one. If you're already long, move those stops, pop your way through this one as well. Let me see if this one is in the report, the daily reports. If it's not, I can easily add it. Let me just double check. All right. Let's see. Yep, this one is in the reports too. So you should be able to get the regular updates. If you subscribe to the reports, this is already in tonight's report. So you'll have the math on this one as well. All right. And then Facebook, here's Facebook. Yep. You're operating under a rally alert on this one. Looks like the initial target for this one is north of 245. So probably 245, 247-ish. Okay, on this one, everything looks good on this one as well. Yep, you're back and filled this one right here. So wait a minute. You gapped here. Yep, you're back and filled. Okay, yep. See this one I'm talking about. See how when you gap, if you back and fill immediately, it's showing you that you have a really strong market because then it came back and then it just then you did this here. You kept going. Then you back and filled it, then you took off again. So yeah, this one's looking like around the 245, 247-ish could be the initial target for this one. I am concerned around the 240 level because you got one top two top. Looks like the third is the charm. You really want to see it push and close above it. If it doesn't, then people would be saying triple top, and then this one you're looking to drop. So I don't know. Right now, I got to go with the long side of the market on this one. All right, so this one's looking good for the long side for right now. All right, I think we did it, man. That's it. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see the rest of you guys in the trading room, and everyone else, I will see tomorrow morning for the pre-market pulse scan. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I will see everybody in the AM for pre-market pulse scan. And I'm out. Peace.